Not only did Bitcoin astonish crypto enthusiasts with its price surge in December 2024, many were anticipating an altcoin season, and some projects have already met investors' expectations. Among them are some memecoins. And this isn't just about the well-known dog family like DOGECOIN, SHIBA INU, or the recently ignited star at pump.fun, Chill Guy. The Pepe frog has also made a lot of noise in 2024. What achievements has this project made over the year? Why has it surged in price so sharply, and what lies ahead for it? Be sure to watch this video until the end, and I will share my thoughts on these and many other questions. Let's get started. But before I tell you that the project has entered the top 20 largest cryptocurrencies in the world, that its market capitalization exceeds $10 billion, and that network activity is growing, let's take a moment to discuss the project's history and the important news background. The Pepe memecoin appeared back in 2023 and quickly began to attract attention from the crypto community. This is partly due to the fact that in 2016, the Pepe meme caught the eye of not only various users, but even entire political groups. In particular, Pepe was often shared by supporters of Donald Trump, who even spread their own variation of the MAGA slogan, "Make memecoins great again." And of course, the meme was popular on 4chan and beyond. Like this post, if you also want to make memecoins great again. In general, Pepe is a fairly old meme on the internet, long associated with various political and social movements. In 2024, the practice of expressing political and social subtext through memes is becoming increasingly mainstream. This is reflected in the development of the Politify segment, as well as in individual memecoins like PNUT. What am I getting at? The rising trend of Pepe can partly be explained by the political backdrop and the victory of the Republican candidate in the 2024 U.S. presidential elections. Of course, not everyone may agree with this, and it's not worth explaining price dynamics solely through symbolism. There are many other reasons. Speaking of which, let's start with the fact that on December 9th, the cryptocurrency reached an all-time high of $0.000028360. At its peak, the market capitalization exceeded $11 billion, allowing the project to enter the list of the top 20 cryptocurrencies by market cap. Although Pepe remains the third largest memecoin after Doge and SHIB, the surge in interest in Pepe in early December seems to have outpaced its closest competitors in its class. It's also worth noting that from December 6th to 9th, over 13,000 new Pepe addresses and wallets were registered on the network. By the way, the spike in activity also coincided with news that Trump nominated former SEC Commissioner Paul Atkins as the next chair. But what other factors support the long-term growth of Pepe? It's important to note that the coin has been growing quite cyclically since its launch. On one hand, the growth is positively influenced by listings and the ability to trade on various exchanges, including Binance, Bybit, Kraken, Coinbase, and many others. On the other hand, for example, after being listed on Binance in May 2023, the coin's price plummeted by more than 5 times by mid-June. A less dramatic decline continued until October. In the second half of October 2023, the price doubled in less than a week and generally traded with varying success in a sideways range until February 2024, when the price was around $0.000000130. Around this time, the magic of the bull run began for Pepe. By March, the price had increased more than 8 times, and by May, more than 13 times. Not a bad result for a meme about a green frog, right? From the May level of $0.0001725, by early November, the price again fell by more than half, until December 9th set another record for the all-time high. As we can see, on one hand, this memecoin is characterized by high volatility, just like any other memecoins. But on the other hand, despite serious and prolonged declines, the coin has always grown in the long term. This means that Pepe is indeed a serious, not a one-day memecoin in the market. After all, the coin has a large number of fans, and all this symbolism and ideology resonate well. After all, Pepe ideologically opposes other memecoins. By the way, let me know in the comments what your favorite memecoin on the market is. Can you make money on it? Definitely. A story has gone viral about a trader who managed to turn a $3,000 investment in Pepe into $73 million. However, considering the volatility I mentioned earlier, let's be honest, This case is more of an exception than the rule. Many newcomers could easily incur losses instead of profits. That's why it's important to understand all the nuances of the industry and look for promising projects in advance using reliable sources of information. If you want to get more useful information, follow the link in the description. Speaking of which, what are the prospects for this coin? From a technical analysis perspective, Pepe doesn't look very promising in the near term. The first reason for this conclusion is the explosive growth of the previous months. From its lows on August 5th, Pepe surged by 385%, and from its lows on November 4th, it increased by 267.6%. These are quite impressive figures. It is very likely that a correction will occur, much larger than the one that has already happened. From the highs on December 9th, the coin has decreased by 23.81%. The second aspect supporting the idea that the upward trend is losing steam is the decline in trading volumes. The highest trading volumes were recorded from November 13th to 15th. After that, activity dwindled. In December, the largest trading volumes were noted on the 9th and 10th, and no momentum followed. Moreover, on December 10th, a significant drop of 11.33% occurred on relatively high volume. Thirdly, it's worth noting that on December 9th, Pepe reached an all-time high. However, the trading results formed a candle that adherents of Japanese technical analysis refer to as a doji. By itself, at the peak, it does not serve as a reversal signal, but warns of a trend's exhaustion. The subsequent candle with a large red body only confirmed the validity of this warning. Fourthly, oscillators are showing bearish divergence, a situation where the price reaches new highs, but the indicators do not reflect this. If we look at the 14-day RSI, its peak was reached on November 15th. However, during the price peak on December 9th, the indicator was already lower. A similar signal can be observed with the stochastic oscillator. This indicator reached its extreme earlier, on November 7th. The price peak was not marked by the indicator, which again signaled bearish divergence. But is everything really that bleak? In reality, no. Corrections are part of any price movement. And while there are only indications of this in the near term, if we look at the weekly chart, the picture is much more optimistic. Pepe reached its historical low, 0.000000596, in September 2023. After that, it began to rise. This ascent continued until May 2024 and included the classic 5 waves according to Elliott's theory. After that, a correction occurred until August, which amounted to about 0.618 of the first wave, one of the most common Fibonacci retracement levels. Now, since August and up to the present day, we are in the third wave. As you might guess, after the third wave comes the fourth, a corrective wave, and then there should be a fifth. Thus, the little frog has not yet said its last word. However, even here, a correction after the third wave is inevitable. Thus, on the one hand, the coin has historically always been inclined to growth, and there are fundamental things that contribute to it, for example, an active fan base. But on the other hand, technical analysis is no longer so optimistically unambiguous, which is due to the very high volatility of the coin. Okay, that's all for today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.